This past Shabbat, I had a bit of a jarring experience. I was reading one of my favorite magazines, Family First, which is the women's magazine of Mishpacha magazine, and I came across an ad, and it's an ad for my teacher, Rabbi Niven, and the ad says, here's the ad, okay, the ad says, "Did you know recent studies have shown that one of the greatest obstacles to happiness is resentment and blame towards other people?" And basically what this is, it's an ad. Rabbi Niven is going to be having a 5-part teleconference workshop, which is beginning this week actually, about overcoming negative charges towards other people. So the ad explains, join us as Rabbi Niven draws on one of the major themes of the Omer to help you achieve breakthroughs in dissolving negativity towards others. This tool has been proven by years of testing with over 1,000 women around the world. And then there's a quote. This was the jarring part. It says, "This simple tool has totally changed my life and totally changed the way I relate to myself and others." Quote from Hannah Jenny Weisberg, founder of JewishMom.com. Yikes! That's me. Okay, it was a little bit jarring. I had actually gotten approval. They'd actually approved this quote, but I didn't really realize it was going to be part of an ad. I mean, I'm happy that they used it. I want to help Rabbi Niven in any way possible. I think he's amazing, doing incredible things and helping. He's helped me tremendously and helped so many women. But it was like a little bit jarring, like to see my name, like there, just to be reading the magazine and see my name there. So I've already gotten like 2 emails, people asking me about this workshop and what it is and that. So I just wanted to talk about it. Talk about what this workshop is about, and why it's so important. To dissolve negativity towards others. So first of all, what I want you to do is I want you to think of somebody that you hate. Okay. So I'm thinking of somebody that I hate. And the person I'm thinking about, the person I really, really hate, it's a person really, really, really who deserves my hatred. It's a person who, person is so bad and does such bad things that once a while ago I was talking with my rabbi about it. He said this person has done such terrible things that, you know, when this person dies, you could actually have, halakhically, you could actually have a party to celebrate this person's demise. Right? It's a person that bad, a real Rasha. Okay? So I could think, you know, so you would think, you know, okay, so of course I should be feeling negative. I should be feeling negativity towards this person, right? And maybe the person that you're thinking about, I don't know who the person you hate is, whether it's like, you know, a family member or a boss or an abusive, I don't know, someone in your life. But probably you're thinking, but she doesn't know. Hannah Jenny doesn't know. This person is so bad. This person has been so abusive. This person has been so terrible. This person has been so dishonest and so cruddy. But this person deserves my negativity. Like, I'm not gonna just like, I'm not gonna just ignore it like nothing happened. Okay. But the thing is this. So Rabbi Dr. Avram Tversky, he says something like this, and I think it like really like encapsulates the whole topic and like it just explains why negativity, why it's so bad. Okay, so he says that when you feel resentment towards another person, it's like you're pouring a glass of poison, and you think you're giving the glass of poison to that person that you hate, right? You're pouring the glass of poison for him or her, right? But really, when you feel that resentment, you're drinking it yourself. So what happens is, when we feel a lot of negativity, when we feel what Rabbi Niven calls a negative charge towards other people, no matter how deserving they are of our bad feeling, right? So it's really, what ends up happening is that we become really disempowered. In fact, the definition of a negative charge is that it's negativity, which is disempowering. And almost always, in my own personal experience, when I'm feeling like negativity towards a person, when I start feeling like hatred towards a person, and I start feeling like all obsessed about like all the things that want to happen to this person, and how terrible they are, and what they did, and how they deserve all these terrible things, and okay? What ends up happening is I get disempowered right? I start getting nervous, and I start getting obsessive, and I start getting anxious, and I start getting really resentful and depressed about all the injustice in the world, and da, da, da. So what's a much more effective way to function is to have a bit of an emotional distance between yourself and this person, sort of to be able to like cancel out the negativity, okay? And in that way, when you actually have to deal with this person, when you actually have to take steps to protect yourself from this person, to protect other people from this person, to take any steps necessary to limit, like let's say that there is like a dangerous or abusive person, so like if you need to make a police complaint, or I don't know, anything you have to do to protect society from this person, you'll actually be much more effective if you have this distance, right? When we have this negative charge, then actually we're very sort of weak. We're sort of like frantic and hysterical and and nervous. When you can have that emotional distance, emotional distance from them, and just sort of like a little bit, just sort of like, okay, you're feeling negative and you feel hatred, a little bit sort of calm that down, calm down those voices, actually in your life, and in coping with that person, you'll actually be far more effective in dealing with them. So really, Rabbi Niven says that really there's no situation in which is justified to have a negative charge against another person, not because there are people that we shouldn't dislike and disapprove of them. You can disapprove very much about somebody who's done terrible things, like my person has, but it's just not effective. It's not an effective way to deal with them. So the better thing to do is to keep a bit of emotional distance and just to sort of deal on a more rational level with what you can do what you can do on in terms of functioning, to deal with that person, and do what you can to keep yourself safe and everyone safe from that person. Okay, in summary. So Rabbi Niven he's starting a 5-week course, which I highly recommend. And it's about this topic. So basically I just said in 5 minutes, al regel echad, like just a very brief summary of this. But really, what he does is he really goes through it to explain to you. And I think that what ends up happening, if you're a person who, and I think like almost all of us are, if you're a person who has like negative feelings towards other people in your life, that it can really be a very powerful experience to learn how to overcome those charges, a little bit to sort of neutralize the negative charges that you feel towards other people, and you'll find it'll make you a more powerful, calm person. Okay, I want to bless all of you Jewish moms with an amazing week.